Imagine stalking your teammates' celebration or stealing one off your biggest rival. These are the 10 football celebrations that are copied. And first up, Erling Haaland was paying tribute to a legend in the coolest way ever. In last year's Ballon d'Or ceremony, Erling Haaland was in the running for the main award, but he also bagged the Gerd Muller for being the top scorer in the major 5 leagues. And after going backstage, he had a conversation with a legendary striker backstage that led him to making a crazy bet. If you score, I want you to do my trademark celebration. The dude saying this was Didier Drogba, and he wanted Haaland to cop his celebration. Haaland's a really chill guy, so he said yes, and right after scoring in his next game in the Champions League against Young Boys, he kept his promise. Big ups, bro, that's a real one. Starting to feel like it's a thing for strikers to copy goal moves from legendary strikers, man. Because just like Haaland, Aubameyang took a goal move off this Arsenal legend and recreated one of the coldest celebrations in football history. Now this one goes back to 2002. Arsenal was facing Spurs in the North London Derby, and Thierry Henry was different gravy. He scored the game-winning goal, and to celebrate, he dropped this. The waviest knee slide I've ever seen. Henry certainly enjoyed that, and I guess Arsenal fans watching must have enjoyed it too. So fast forward to 19 years later, and this time, Arsenal has got a different number 14 leading the charge. It's Alba time, and he knew in a game like this, he had to perform. So after opening the scoring in the first half, he couldn't think of a better way to celebrate than by dropping the 2.0 on Henry's knee slide. Yeah, I'm definitely stealing my teammates' goal next week, just so I can pull this one off for the gram. Cold. The North London Derby used to be really heated back then, but now it's gone soft. You've even got rivals copying goal moves now. Few months into the current season, and it was Arsenal versus Spurs again. Only this time, they were playing for something bigger, the top of the league. See, both teams had started the season on smoke, so they both knew the winner here was going to top the league. But for Bukayo Saka, he probably had bigger things on his mind, like copying the Matter celebration. Hey, I've seen this one before, man. Oh yeah, he stole the Matters dart celebration. After the game, they both linked up, and I guess they're bros now, because James Maddison had no issues with Saka using a celebration, just like Kylian Mbappé had no issues with Trent Alexander-Arnold copying his trademark move. Pretty sure I don't have to explain this one that long, because it's been on FIFA ever since Mbappé became the cover star. Every time Kylian Mbappé scores, you know what happens next. Yeah! But the thing is, Trent Alexander-Arnold must have fancied this one, because in the game against Leicester City in December 2019, he put in a masterclass performance that had him rack up a goal and 2 assists from right back. And I guess he just couldn't help it, man. Look, I've got no issues with this one, to be fair. 2 generational talents, respect. But sometimes, copying goal moves isn't about respect. It's about revenge. But don't take it from me. Ask Neymar. In 2020, just before the pandemic, PSG and Borussia Dortmund faced each other in the Champions League round of 16. The first leg was in Dortmund's Signal Iduna Park Stadium, and Erling Haaland scored a brace to help Dortmund to a 2-1 win. Now for his first goal, Haaland dropped a celebration everyone was trying to get accustomed to. But after the game, it became personal, because he went online to post a picture with the caption, "My city, my rules." No way he called the dudes from PSG out. Neymar and his teammates took it personal. So when they met 3 weeks later in the second leg, Neymar turned up the heat and helped his team to a 2-0 win to knock Dortmund out. And in the locker room while celebrating, he made sure to remind Haaland that he didn't forget. Neymar's a savage. At least he and Haaland came public about the whole thing. Kinda wish Marcus Rashford and Aurelion copied these guys and came public too. Because it's almost as if these two don't like each other that much, after a case of stolen goal moves. 2022-23 Rashford was a beast. Before the World Cup break, he couldn't stop scoring, and every time he made sure to remind the crowd that it was all thanks to his monster mentality with his celebration. But here's the plot twist. See, turns out that Rashford wasn't the guy who brought this one up, because long before he did, some other dude had been pulling this one off back in France. Yeah, him, Aurélien Tchouameni. To make it even better, France and England met in the World Cup quarterfinals of 2022, meaning they both got to face off, and after scoring a banger in the first half, Tchouameni made sure to remind Rashford who the OG is. That's gotta be one of the most solid I am him moments I've ever seen, bro. Top bins. The confusion here was regarding who pulled off this move first, but for Alejandro Garnacho and his idol, it was pretty clear who he was trying to emulate. You probably all know the drill. Every time Ronaldo scores and drops a golazo, 3, 2, 1. Sue! But in 2018, Ronaldo made the Sue look even more iconic after he dropped one of the most insane goals in football history. Real Madrid versus Juventus in the Champions League. And in the second half, at 33 years old, Ronaldo did this. I still don't even have the words for this goal, bro. Amazing. Ronaldo fanboys around the world love this one. And I bet they've been trying to copy this ever since. But no one comes close to this guy, Alejandro Garnacho. Garnacho has to be the biggest Ronaldo fanboy who plays football I've ever seen. In fact, his love for Ronaldo is so crazy that he legit wears CR7 custom boxers. But you see, Garnacho isn't all love and no action. He's a very talented kid too. And in the game against Everton in November, he put the whole world on red alert. Bicycle kick goal just like his idol? Check. Celebration just like his idol? Check. Sorry, Messi, but this is one Argentine kid CR7's got away with. Garnacho was so addicted to Ronaldo that he used to celebrate with him every time he scored. And that teammate love reminds me of the time Liverpool had two of the best attackers in the world on sync and doppelganging on celebrations every week. From 2017 to 2022, Sadio Mane and Roberto Firmino kept delivering football celebration content every week. See, apart from being two really good footballers, these two were also the best of buddies, and it's almost as if they spent extra hours on the training field trying to plan celebrations together. They showcased a number of celebrations over the years, but for some weird reason, I kinda prefer this one. Don't ask me why, I just love it. Wish I could have said the same thing about Aguero and Messi, man. Because these two were so in love with each other, they shared everything from hotel beds to goal celebrations. In the 2022 World Cup, Messi and Argentina faced the Netherlands in the quarterfinals, and it was personal. See, Messi still had beef with the Dutch national team manager for freezing his idol out of the Barca team, Juan Roman Riquelme, back in 2002. And on top of that, Van Gaal called out Messi just days before this one and accused him of not doing anything major on the pitch. Messi's response? He scored a calm penalty against them and went savage. Aguero must have loved this one. Messi came out to defend himself, and so in his Kings League match, he did the same thing. I bet Messi would have loved it too. See guys, the thing with Messi is, he hardly changes goal celebrations, but the one time he did, it started a secret war with his biggest rival that ended up in a revenge mission. The 2017 El Clasico, and heading into the final seconds of the match, the game was locked in at 2-2, when Barca had one final play and Lionel Messi stole the show. The goal was painful enough, but the celebration? It really got to Ronaldo, man. And he just never forgot. So when Barca and Madrid met in the Spanish Super Cup months later, Ronaldo came off the bench to hit one top bins, and straight away, my man was out for revenge. 1-1, Battle of the GOATs. Fair enough, and to be honest, I can't even hate on either one of them, man, because they both hit that subscribe button to our channel, the same one you're about to.